Oh boy, I hope my fruits and vegetables do not contain any of this stuff. Well, let's talk more about it. Hey, what's up my fellow YouTubers, PCGamingDude here, and today we're going to be doing another fake news topic. So, anyway, we're going to go all the way to India for this. Our farmers are injecting fruits and vegetables with oxytocin. That is the main goal here. If you guys don't know what oxytocin is, it is something you do not want in any of your fruits and vegetables. Also, you could say it's toxic. Well, I'll tell you the real definition. It's a powerful hormone that acts as a neurotransmitter in the brain. And really, when you think about that, that means they're injecting chemicals and stuff like whatever Monsanto is doing. Well, somewhere similar to that. Well, before we actually get started with today's video, if you don't mind, make sure you give this video a big old thumbs up. That will really help me out a lot. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel for incredibly awesome videos pretty much every week. Alright. I know I've been out for a little while and that's because I've been busy, but you know, I had some time off, and now I'm back into video business. So, anyway, also make sure you check out my social media, all provided by the links provided down below. My Weebly, my Snapchat, Instagram, Twitter. You find all those 4 awesome websites. They're all provided by the links down below. And yes, they're PCGamingDude approved. So anyway, without any further ado, let's get started. So, you may have heard a little bit, if you were on social media a little bit ago, you might have heard that you were seeing posts of farmers injecting fruits and vegetables with oxytocin. Well, like I said, we're going to talk more about this. So, here's where we're going with. Reports imply Indian farmers are using oxytocin to boost the size of their fruits or vegetables, which of course sounds like Monsanto right there, right? Monsanto, right? But it is very unclear how widespread the practice may be. So we're going to talk more about this. So, here's a claim. Farmers are injecting fruits and vegetables with the human hormone oxytocin to enhance their growth and appearance. Well, I want you to know, it's a little bit true, so you might want to be careful if you're in India. However, let's talk. What is true about all this? Nearly all reports of farmers injecting fruits and vegetables with oxytocin originate from, well, India, where a number of documented incidents have in part prompted a government effort to crack down on oxytocin's illegal agricultural uses. I do want to let you know oxytocin is illegal to be used in fruits and vegetables in India, so if you think you have an oxytocin inside your fruits and vegetables, you might want to contact the government. So, anyway, what is false is the practice, which is both illegal in both India and around the entire world, meaning you're not allowed to do it practically anywhere. Well, it does not appear to be widespread outside India, and no available scientific studies rigorously demonstrate how common its use is in India, or, well, particularly anywhere else. So, that is what's true and what's false, right? So I want to make sure you guys know. If you go, like I said, if you go in India, you might want to contact the government if you find any fruits being injected with oxytocin, because that is illegal. Alright? So, anyway, origin. Let's talk about how this started. So, on July the 28th of 2010, the Hindustan Times reported on an email sent from the Indian Minister of Health to other lawmakers, warning to the dangers of farmers using the animal hormone oxytocin to boost the size and appearance of their produce. So, here's what he said. Minister for Health Dinesh. So, quote. Actually, yeah, wrong side, quote. Trivedi wants state to crack down on the illegal use of the prescription drug oxytocin in fruit and vegetable, a drug that can cause headaches, dizziness, confusion, seizures, heart disorders, sterility, nervous breakdowns, and memory loss when taken over time. Any kind of chemical ripening of fruit is prohibited under the Prevention of Food Adulteration rules. Quote. And then, or wrong side, quote. I know, it's kind of like a little mirror whenever I'm doing these little quote things, so you're gonna have to get used to it here. So, anyway, quote, farmers are blatantly using hormone shots to speed up the growth of their vegetables. These hormones may cause irreparable damage to our health. if taken through these vegetables over a period of time. Even more shocking is that the public and authorities are not aware of this malpractice, wrote Trivedi in a letter to Union Health Secretary. And please do mind, I might have a little mispronunciation here, but Sue Najatha Rao. Whoa. Alright, so, anyway. Now, a human hormone implicated in a variety of functions related to mood, childbirth, and lactation. Well, oxytocin, which is also distributed as a prescription medicine, like I said a little bit ago, it has a lengthy and storied history as an illegal additive to dairy products all over the globe, including us, America. Limited research, however, indicates that the hormone could play a role in enhancing plant growth, as well as a bit through mechanisms that are not yet fully understood. Although other reports have come from India concerning the practice of injecting oxytocin into produce aside from this July 2010 incident, including headline-making news from as recently as 2015, when some paddy farmers were reported to be using it to salvage crops in the face of drought. Much of the scientific and popular coverage on the topic of oxytocin injection ultimately references the aforementioned 2010 reporting. The coverage does include references made in a 2013 study authored by Indian researchers who developed a chemical test for the presence of oxytocin in food based on that concern. Their study argued that oxytocin is one of the most frequently used adulterants added in vegetables and fruits for increasing the growth rate. So, that's what they said. Because these studies rely primarily, and sometimes solely, on the 2010 statements made by Trivedi, it is difficult, from a scientific standpoint, to assess the claim that oxytocin is one of the most frequently used adulterants in fruit and vegetables. But it is clear, at the very least, that the practice has been employed in India to some extent. Alright. More recently, in September of 2016, a millennial-targeted Indian media outfit, India 101, sent undercover reporters to what was described as a farm outside of the capital of India, where a farmer discussed and demonstrated the various practices used to ensure more profitable crops. The 3-minute segment include this report. Quote, the shocking revelations of a vegetable farmer just outside New Delhi, and that's the name of the capital, New Delhi. I think that's how you say it. Well, they show us the additives, injections, and sprays used to make old vegetables look fresh. Quote. And then, quote, and according to him, he isn't the only one. All farmers do this, he says. With raising inflation and families to feed, he says poor farmers such as himself are left with no option when consumers reject even fresh, hygienic vegetables. Quote. And then, quote, oxytocin injections are pumped directly into vegetables like bottle gourd, making them swell in size overnight. What would otherwise have taken a week to mature is now ready to be shipped to the market overnight. Quote. So, illegal use of oxytocin in agriculture has more recently been a large enough problem for the government of India to take action. A July 14, 2017 Hindustan Times article reported that the Indian government will be cracking down on the manufacturing and production of oxytocin in an effort to reduce its misuse in farming, although the primary focus of that effort appears to target the dairy sector and not fruit or vegetable farmers. So, quote, to check the wide misuse of the hormone oxytocin, India plans to restrict its manufacturing, sale, and distribution in the public sector. Oxytocin is a naturally occurring hormone that causes uterine contractions during labor and helps new moms lactate. Quote. Wrong side, quote. Alright, then, quote, its misuse is widespread in the dairy industry where livestock are injected with oxytocin to make them release milk at a time convenient to farmers. The hormone is also used to increase the size of vegetables such as pumpkins, watermelons, brinjals, gourds, and cucumbers. Quote, wow. Oxytocin, depending on how much it might remain in the fruit or vegetable at the time of ingestion, can produce myriad negative health consequences. So yeah, you might want to be careful if you plan to take this stuff. If you have it as a prescription, you might want to be careful. So, anyway, quote, when excess of oxytocin is found to be present in edibles, it may cause headache, nausea, abdominal pain, and drowsiness, etc. to the consumer. Quote. Alright, claims of oxytocin-laced vegetables appeared on the internet in full force thanks to an abridged version of the India 101 video posted to Facebook just recently this month. This video presented, without context, the claims of an Indian farmer in a way that implied the practice of oxytocin injection was widespread and global. In conclusion, we cannot quantitatively vet at this time, or anyone can, that no one cannot quantitatively vet at this time, I meant. So, because the practice has been documented, at least anecdotally in India, we rank the claim, or we would rank the claim that farmers use oxytocin injections on fruits and vegetables as a mixture. Though a few claims of the practice exist outside of India, it is unclear how widespread this practice might actually be. So, anyway y'all, that is pretty much about it. Be careful if you're eating fruits and vegetables, especially if you live in India, but otherwise, the FDA would automatically get rid of the package of your favorite apples or bananas that might accidentally contain this stuff. Don't worry, the FDA will always keep that in guard. So, if anyone lives in America, well, good for you, because you're not going to be receiving any of this stuff. So, anyway guys, that's pretty much about it. Hopefully, you all like this fake news topic. If you don't mind, make sure that you all subscribe to this channel for incredibly awesome videos every day. Well, every week, but sometimes every day. Alright, it really depends. Alright, make sure you all give this video a thumbs up, and don't forget to support me on my social media, all that provided by the links down below. Twitter, Instagram, Snapchat, and Weebly. My 4 awesome websites that you all might want to take a look at. Alright, thanks for watching, and as always, see you next time. Take care everyone. Talk to you later.